Okay, this will be a second video in a series of videos dealing with the derivative of a function. In this video, I'm going to look at finding the derivative of a function using the quotient rule. So here I have a list of derivative formulas. Number 6 is the quotient rule, which states if you have the derivative of a fraction, say where the numerator is a function of x, the denominator is a function of x, then the derivative is given by, on the right over here, the denominator times the derivative of the numerator minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator over the square of the denominator. Also be using, like I did in the last video, the formula for the derivative of an exponential, which is number 12 here, in particular the general one here, the second one, which states the derivative of e to the u is, with respect to x, is e to the u multiplied by the derivative of the exponent, which in this case is u. And of course we use the basic formulas also, but those are the main ones. So let's look at the first example. Find y prime. Y prime means the derivative of y with respect to x for each of the following. So the first one I have y equal x over x squared minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to say y prime, the derivative, will equal 2. Okay, so in the numerator then, it's going to be the denominator, which is x squared minus 1, times the derivative of the numerator. Derivative of x is 1, so this will be times 1. And then this will be minus the numerator, which is x, times the derivative of the denominator. The derivative of x squared minus 1 is 2x. And this is going to be over the square of the denominator. So here I just have x squared minus 1 quantity squared. And this is going to equal, and then we just simplify. Okay, so we're going to have, this will be x squared minus 1, and this will be minus 2x squared. So combining the minus 2x squared and the x squared will give me a minus x squared minus 1. And that's over the denominator square. Okay, so the derivative of this expression then is minus x squared minus 1 over x squared minus 1 quantity squared. That's the quotient rule. Keep in mind I could use the product rule if I needed to. If I could rewrite this as x times x squared minus 1 in parentheses to the negative 1, express it as a product and use the product rule. The answer would look different, but if I simplified, I could get the answers to look the same. But this is the way you want to do it in this particular case. And let's clear this. Go to the next one. And this will be y prime, the derivative and again it's going to be the denominator, which is e to the 3x times the derivative of the numerator, which is 2x. Derivative of x squared is 2x. This will be 2x. and then it's a minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator. The derivative of the denominator is an exponential, so the formula showed you it's really just the exponential, which is e to the 3x times the derivative of the exponent. Derivative of 3x is 3. And that's over the denominator squared. So e to the 3x squared becomes e to the 6x. Okay, so then you just simplify here a little bit. Notice this term has an e to the 3x. This one has an e to the 3x. So if I could factor that term, e to the 3x, and I could divide out with e to the 6x. So this would leave me downstairs e to the 3x. And in the numerator, then, because I canceled the 3x, this would just give me 2x minus, still have 3, and the x squared. So the derivative of this function is 2x minus 3x squared over e to the 3x. And that concludes the video. Again, as always, if you have any suggestions, please subscribe, and I will consider your suggestions. In the meantime, again, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.